I think we've seen quite an interesting bounce back, haven't we? And we're sort of back to where we started the year, I think, and investors are now wondering, well, okay, so where are we going from here? Is it now that this wobble in the first quarter is over and we're therefore off to the races again, or is it actually, well, the problems are still all the same that we had at the beginning of the year, and therefore now that it's bounced back and commodities are still...
Is there an opportunity to do the opposite to the market? I mean, we've been questioning whether everyone's just too cautious this morning, whether this is that entry opportunity where you can do the very opposite from the herd of investors at the moment and look for those opportunities, get involved.
Yes, you can, but you have to be prepared to weather any short-term storms that may still be brewing in the market. So if we look at the fundamentals of the macroeconomic picture, it looks a lot better and a lot more resilient than it did at the beginning of the year. But the problems haven't really gone away. We still have the commodity price issue. We still have the undermining impact that can have. We've got Brexit looming. We've got the US presidential election looming. All these things can upset the markets. Over the medium to longer term, the strong macroeconomics should feed through into company earnings. But in the short term, there could be a bit choppy waters ahead still.
I guess my question now then, logically given what you just said and what we're feeling about so many macro large picture issues coming in, is are we safer in individual names and individual sectors rather than trying to take a broader macro view on let's pick that index or let's pick that continent?
Difficult
Normally
question.
It's the other way around, isn't it, of course?
Yeah.
Safety in numbers.
Yes, it is. I think you can this year, just as last year, make significant amounts of money by good stock picking, really doing your research on the companies. And I think that's even more true in emerging market countries where we've just heard so much money has moved into that, but they're still also very exposed to all the big themes that are going on this year. So doing your stock research and really picking company by company can be a very good strategy.
Or a beta play at the moment, because we had a guest on yesterday saying you've got to play this type of market through an alpha side. But what we're talking about, you know, with low valuations still on some very beaten up sectors that look like beta plays, is there an inclination for you that it's an alpha or beta market that you should be looking at?
I think that there are still very good sector plays on at the moment. So if I look, for example, at the banking sector, while I'm not that great a fan of the banking sector over the very longer term, in the short term, I think that they still look quite beaten up and aren't really reflecting what's perhaps ahead for the rest of the year.